Hey guys, what's up? Let's do our overnight betting preview for tomorrow night's games. Tuesday, February the 7th. We got 6 games on the schedule. I got a couple of early leans as of now, but as always, we're going to break down each one of these games and see what we can expect for tomorrow. First game of the schedule, guys, New York at Orlando. New York is a 2-point favorite. I had New York favored by 2.5. My estimate is very close to the actual number, just a half point away. The Knicks, guys, look like they are starting to uptrend. They did win their previous game against the Sixers, a red hot Sixers team. And the Knicks, what makes their win even more impressive is the fact that they did it without RJ Barrett, one of their top players. The Knicks, guys, also in the previous game before that, they played against the Clippers, lost a heartbreaker. They could have easily won that game also against very, very tough competition. And at Madison Square Garden, where they're not known for being that strong at home, they are better. They are a better road team. In tomorrow's matchup, guys, I do think they are the favorite to win this game. RJ Barrett is listed as questionable. We don't know if he's going to be coming back. But, guys, the Orlando Magic are no slouches either. We know this young team is very energetic, very talented, and can very easily get the win in this game also. The only thing with the Magic, guys, as a young team, there is an inconsistency factor over there. They're not, they don't show up every single game. This is part of the growing pains of a young rebuilding team, but they do have the quality guys to get the win. Even though in this game, guys, I am favoring a possible Knicks win. This is not one of my early leans, but I am favoring a Knicks W. And the next game, Atlanta at New Orleans. New Orleans is favored by 2. I had New Orleans favored by 3.5. I really did think this number would be a little higher than what the books are giving us. The Pelicans, guys, we know, snapped out of their losing streak and now have won 2 straight. In their previous game, they actually got a big win against the Kings, and they did it without Brandon Ingram and Valanciunas, 2 of their starters, which made that win even more impressive. They blew out the Sacramento Kings. Granted, the Kings were without De'Aaron Fox, but it's still a very good win for the Pelicans. The Hawks, guys, will continue their road trip. They did get blown out in their previous game against the Nuggets, but overall, guys, they are uptrending. They did win their 2 previous before that loss to Denver. A loss that I can't really count because the Hawks were resting players in that game. This is the last game of a road trip. It is a little tricky, but this line, guys, is very low. I do think the enthusiasm around the Pelicans, I think, will continue tomorrow. This line is short. I do expect the majority of the money to come in on the Pelicans in this game. I am leaning on a possible play with the Hawks, but this is a game that I really need to see the line tomorrow, where it's going to be. As of now, this -2, guys, is very low. I am looking for a possible play on the Hawks in this game. The matchup is also these teams are pretty evenly matched, in my opinion. The next game, guys, a complete head scratcher to me. Phoenix at Brooklyn. Phoenix is a 4.5-point favorite. I had Phoenix favored by 8. I am way off on this line. This is a 3.5-point discrepancy between my line and the actual line. I did see that Devin Booker will be coming back for Phoenix. Obviously their best player, and Brooklyn also is going to be on the second night of a back-to-back. Granted, I did look at the injury report, and I did see that Spencer Dinwiddie is questionable. He might play. Ben Simmons is probable. He most likely will be playing, but guys, Ben Simmons, in my opinion, is a bit overrated. In my opinion, overrated. The Nets, guys, are also going to be on the second night of a back-to-back, which makes this even a much stranger line. The only tricky thing, guys, in this game worth noting, I think, for the Suns, is how Chris Paul's name was mentioned in the whole trade rumor thing, and that they had offered Chris Paul to Brooklyn for Kyrie Irving. Now, I don't know how that's gonna sit with Chris Paul, how he's gonna feel about this whole situation, or if the team is still thinking about moving him. This is something that we are gonna have to follow in the next couple of days. And I don't know, guys, maybe the insiders know something, and they're giving us this short of a line because in my opinion, guys, this 4.5, this -4.5 on Phoenix is gonna get hammered tomorrow. So what do we do, guys? You know what I'm gonna do. So far, my lean here is gonna be with the Brooklyn Nets. As crazy as this line looks, if the books are willing to take money with Phoenix at 4.5, then I think we should also be willing to follow. This is going to be my second lean of the night. Next game, guys, Chicago at Memphis. Memphis favored by 7.5. I had Memphis favored by 7. The line is fairly accurate. The Grizzlies, we know, have been struggling hard lately. Also had a little bit of off-court news, something that some friends of Ja Morant pointed a gun at some officials from another NBA team. Strange news. I don't know if this, I don't think this is going to affect it anyway. This is just something that I read. Memphis, guys, 7.5 point favorite. The only reason I think this line is so high is because the Bulls are also going to be on the second night of back-to-back. But the Grizzlies, guys, are struggling. I would probably favor a play on Chicago. I do think the points are rather high, even though it is going to be on it is a back-to-back for Chicago. But the Grizzlies, guys, they have really, really been struggling. Ja Morant is scheduled to come back in this game. He did miss the team's prior match. Next game, guys, Minnesota at Denver. Denver favored by 8. I had Denver favored by 9.5. I did expect this line to be a little higher. These teams are playing a little home and home mini series. The Nuggets were in Denver a couple nights ago. They got dismantled in that game, but you can't really take anything out of that game. Denver rested their starters. They were on the second night of a back-to-back. They got a big win in their previous game, decided to rest players. And with Memphis, the distance between themselves and Memphis in the standings being pretty safe, it looks like they decided to sacrifice that game. Tomorrow, they are expected to be at full strength. The line, guys, is a 1.5 lower than what I'd expected. I don't know. The Timberwolves could be competitive in this game. I would probably favor a play on Minnesota and the points. Next game, Oklahoma City at the Lakers. Lakers favored by 7.5. I had Lakers favored by 6.5. This is a point higher than what I had estimated. What's funny, guys, the reason I'm laughing is I was taking a look at the injury report before I started the video, and I saw that LeBron is listed as questionable. The reason I think that's funny is because in the news, I've read that some Laker tickets were going for something crazy, like $80,000-$90,000 a ticket or something, for him possibly breaking the scoring record. Now, I think he needs 37 points. It's not going to be easy. Is he capable of doing it? Absolutely, he's capable of doing it. But what would be funny here is if his questionable tag turned into a doubtful and he ended up not playing, and those people end up paying $90,000 for those tickets. I think that's kind of hilarious just to think about if that would happen. Anyways, guys, let's talk about the game a little bit now. Lakers 7.5. This line is high, guys. It is very high. Lakers first came back from a road trip. They do seem to be hitting their stride. They are playing a lot better. The Thunder are coming in on a second night of back-to-back. They just got dismantled by the Golden State Warriors up in San Francisco. Klay Thompson hit, I think, 12 threes on them. That game completely unraveled for them. They were winning in the first half. They were up 6-7 points for the majority of the first half, but then the Warriors just started shooting lights out, and they put the Thunder away. This game, guys, I don't know. I do think that people will probably be taking the points in this game with the Thunder. They do seem like a lot. This is actually a game I'm going to stay away from because of so many things going on. I don't like all this noise going on with a LeBron scoring record thing, and it's just a very, very hard game to handicap. A lot of emotions are going to be playing into this game, and something that's just extremely hard to pick a side on. So anyways, guys, this is what we have for tomorrow. The 6 games, my leans for tomorrow are Brooklyn with the plus 4.5. I expect this to be higher tomorrow. I don't think this line will stay this low. And also a possible play on Atlanta with the plus 2. A couple of dogs are my early leans for tomorrow night's games. Obviously, guys, like I always say, these are just early leans. We are looking at the overnight numbers. the opening numbers. I think it's really important to see what the books, how the books estimate these matchups. It's always good to get a little head start and have an idea of what is going to be going on tomorrow. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna cut the video right here. I don't want to bore you too much with information that I will probably talk about in tomorrow's video, so I will stop talking here and end the video. Anyways, guys, have a good rest, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. And guys, if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get alerted when my video will be up tomorrow. And whenever I post, I always do 2 videos a day, an overnight betting preview video and a same day video where I give my picks, my final picks. Anyways, guys, have a good rest and see you in tomorrow's video. Later.